If you can manage to reduce the gap between thinking and speaking in English, you can become a confident speaker. Hi everybody, this is Shruti and I welcome you to another video with English Yari. Today's topic is quite simple but highly effective, which is think fast and speak clearly. Now, majority people get this wrong. They feel fluency is all about speaking fast. So they start speaking fast. Now, as a result, they commit a lot of errors, confuse themselves, do not have the clarity of thoughts. So, get this clear. Fluency is not about speaking fast, it's about speaking with clarity of thoughts, structuring your ideas, and presenting that beautifully. In this video, I'll share 3 effective techniques with you that will take you from basic thinking to expressing yourself confidently and fluently. Now, here is a disclaimer. As we progress in the video, I'll share some of the exercises which can be slightly challenging for you. As they say, growth happens when you move out of your comfort zone. So watch this video only if you're serious about your communication. Let's get started with technique number 1, which is speak in frameworks. Most people do not get the right thought at the right time because their brain does not have a structure. Now think of the example which will take you to your childhood. In our childhood, we were able to perform better in exams. Why? Because when exam paper was in front of us, our brain would get back to, oh, what did I learn last night, what I was studying, what was taught in the class. So your brain had something to go to. But what happens in office meetings? Somebody asks you a question. Your brain is like, hey, did I study about it? You never taught me how to speak in that case. And you fumble. So, today, I'll teach you a framework by which you will be able to think faster. Let's take one example first. If you're in office and somebody asks you, hey, do you like to work from home or work from office? And you answer like this, I like to work from home. That's it. Now, this answer is fine, but always remember that strong communicators, they share the thought, they expand their thought and give people the logic why they are saying it. Right? Otherwise, people would not get you. There's so many things that goes in your head, so many things that goes in person's head. How would we be able to get it if you'll not expand? So today's framework will help you expand, right? This framework is actually something that is shared in our English Yari sessions. So I'm just spilling some beans here and I'm sharing something that we practice in our live one-on-one session. So this framework is called SER framework. Statement, example, reason. Take the same question. Hey, do you like to work from home or do you like to work from office? So as a strong communicator, I can give a statement. I personally prefer working from office. Now this is a statement. I've told you what I like. Now give an example. When I work from office, I can actually talk to team members and collaborate with them easily. I've given them example what happens. Now give your reason. Whenever there's any project, we can complete that on time because there's no communication gap. Now look at the difference. First time when you answered, oh, this is my answer, it was fine, but it lacked clarity. Here, you expressed what you like, why you like, and you gave a relevant answer. You can practice this framework, and this way, when people will ask you something, you'll have the framework to go by, and your brain will give you answers correctly, and you'll be able to speak for more time. Now take the same framework and maybe put it in another situation. Oh, do you like to travel for work? Or maybe travel in general? Well, I like to travel. Give your statement. I like to travel for sure. And if it's for work, I love it. Now give example. Last time when I went to Bali, I actually met so many people and it was great to know them. Trips like this, give a reason. Trips like this help me network with people I would never be able to talk to in person. Now, did you see the difference? You're sounding more structured and this way your brain has thoughts to speak on. You've given a signal to your brain, hey, give me a statement first. Give me an example, when did this happen? Number 3, give me a reason to prove the statement. Now, after this video, you can give yourself questions and start fitting with these framework and you'll be able to speak literally for good time. Okay? So brace yourself for technique number 2. This technique is called challenge your brain. This is the challenge I was talking to you initially. Okay, for this, I want you to imagine something. Imagine you step in any exam hall and your examiner says, take as much time as you wish to complete your exam. Will you be able to complete it? Probably not. Or take another example. You go to play KBC with Amitabh Bachchan and Amitabh ji says, take as much time to answer. Will people enjoy, or would you be able to answer that? And there would be no fun, right? The thing is, our brain performs better when it knows that I've limited time. It eventually steps into the performance mode, the warrior mode, and this is what you have to do. Here is a small exercise. If you're a beginner, you can try. Start giving challenges to yourself. For example, today when I'll meet anybody in the whole day, I'll try to speak at least 3 to 4 sentences in English. Or I'll try to hold on the conversation for a minute for sure. I will take the charge to ask questions to people. These are basic challenges you're giving yourself, and when you will prove yourself, you'll feel so good about yourself and you'll have that confidence, inner confidence. Try it and then let me know if that works, because I know I've tried it multiple times. I've challenged myself, and challenges help you speak and perform better, right? This was for beginners. Now I also suggest, if you are a beginner or even intermediate, start talking on objects. For example, you look at a pen, or you look at a laptop or camera, mic, start forming sentences. Now here is a catch. You don't have to form basic sentences. This is a pen, this helps me write, this is very good tool. No, I told you challenge. Challenge yourself to form better sentences. Pen actually helps me write whatever goes in my brain. It is one of those tools which gives clarity to my thoughts. Every time I feel I am overwhelmed and I'm not sure what I should do, I just journal and use this tool which helps me build clarity. What is happening? You're pushing yourself to change the idea of basic sentences to compound complex sentences. A lot of learners, even if they are on intermediate level, their sentences sound basic. You should level up. Push yourself. As I said, if you'll not push yourself, your brain will always be in comfort zone, and growth never happens in comfort zone, right? Now, once you get comfortable talking on one object, challenge should always double up. You can pick up two objects, maybe pen, and now I'll talk about phone. Then if you get easy, you can talk without any pause on two objects, take up another object, maybe ceiling, floor, bed, anything, combine and talk about this. Challenge yourself. You know what? At English Yari, when you step in the session, every session is of 25 to 30 minutes. As I told you, time helps you perform better. So your brain gets this thing, oh, my tutor is here with me. I have to speak up. My tutor is asking me question. And this eventually helps you grow. So if you're a working professional, check out English Yari app. The link is in the description. And it is specially made for people who want to clearly speak confidently wherever they go, be it in office meetings, presentations, and interviews. Since I'm talking about interviews, meetings, and presentation, don't you feel everything is capped by time when you go to any interview? It is hardly of 20-30 minutes. When you go to present your thoughts, hardly 10-15 minutes. Be it group discussions, you get 5 minutes to speak, not more than that. So when everything is capped by time, you should also cap yourself. Initially, I'll talk maybe just for 30 seconds on one object. Now I should increase my speaking time. Maybe for 1 minute, I'll speak and cover 2 objects. In another minute, I'll cover 3 objects. Challenge yourself. Slowly from objects, change it to people. From people to social things that is happening. Keep on expanding your level, otherwise you'll feel stuck. And slowly you'll notice that your brain will think fast and speak naturally and clearly. Technique number 3. Think fast, not speak fast. While I'm talking to you, do you think I'm speaking extremely fast? Not really. I'm taking my own pauses. I am thinking what I'm speaking. Yes, now, do you feel I'm not confident? Do you feel I'm not fluent? Not exactly. If you feel it, write in the chat box. Let me see eye to eye who are feeling this way about me. Okay, jokes apart. If I don't make you laugh, I feel incomplete. All right, let's get started. So, people have this miscommunication or myth, which is I should speak faster and go away. So I'll tell you a story, and the story will tell you the importance of speaking slowly but thinking fast. So once there was a child and he had his speech competition in school. He stepped onto the stage and started speaking extremely fast. Words were coming out, but nobody was able to understand. Finally, teacher stopped the child and said, "Child, what you are saying, we are not able to understand. Your job is not to complete the speech. Your job is to make others understand what your speech has." The same happens with you. You speak, what's the guarantee the other person got it? So this technique is about pause. Take pauses. Even great communicators take their own time to speak. You can take time too. So next time when you're going to present or somebody imposed a question, do this. I generally do is called the 3-2-1 rule. In my brain, I count 3, 2, 1, and then I speak. You know what happens? You might feel, oh, what is this? It is like a rocket launch. Before launching, you're preparing yourself, you're giving your time, your brain some time to think and then speak. This way, you'll not fumble. This way, you'll not have those weak sentences, or you'll not stop mid sentences. What I was saying, okay, the thing is, you'll have clarity, you'll have a structure, right? Or one more technique that you can do is whenever somebody imposes a question at you, start making bullet points. What will I say? Initially, it will take you some time. Eventually, it can be done on the spot as well. Back in my learning phase, what I would do is, if somebody, I would give topic to myself. Maybe the topic is role of social media. Now I would take a paper and start writing. Social media is good for this, social media helps me in that and this. So 3 pointers. Now I used to shut the notebook, start speaking. Eventually I realized I can make bullet points mentally as well. Take it this way, I'll help you think mentally right now. Topic for you is your favorite food. Now the first is, what exactly is my favorite food? Number 2, the bullet point second can be why this is my favorite food. Third bullet point can be, do I have any memory of my favorite food, when it was prepared, who prepared it? Now you have given structure to your brain will speak. So start making bullet points and you'll see the difference. That's all for today's video. If I could conclude quickly, technique number 1 was all about you speaking in framework. SER method is what you have to remember: statement, example and reason. Technique number 2 was challenge yourself. When you cap yourself with time, you perform better. That's why 25 minutes of bite-sized sessions at English Diary are just for you. Check out. Step number 3 is give time to yourself. Either make bullet points mentally or count 3, oh my god, 3, 2, 1. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you actually enjoyed and understood the points, do let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll read that. Thank you so much for your love. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and I'll see you in another video. Thank you.